Hey everyone, Scorp here, continuing this Duels of the Roses Gemini 2 playthrough with Reptiles. We are now actually playing Reptiles pretty fully, and we're getting on track to actually play a pretty solid deck, I would say. Now, against Shoddy, I am going to very heavily caution you to not play dinosaurs. Because his leader power destroys them. It's so sad to play dinosaurs. They already suck, and then you go against this guy, and he's just like, yeah, you know, those dinosaurs, yeah, they just needed to get completely fossilized. And you're just like, it's so sad. Well, we drew pretty well here, though. Oh, Tomasaurus just needs to go in this matchup, so we'll get rid of that. He does have some pretty nasty traps, so we can use that. I don't think I need Beaked Snake in this matchup. We already have extra summoning power because we played a spell. So we'll have 3 turns where we can summon 4 stars without having issues. And we don't need too many creatures to be in a good spot here. So we don't need Little D either. Basically for the same reason. I'd like to draw 1 more Serpentine Princess, and then we can pretty much just go off on this guy. This duel will be completely over once we do that, so... do I just... I don't need double Wetha. We'll do that. Literally just need Serpentine Princess and then we win the game. Since I'm using those these Ancient Lizard Warriors, I don't really need to be cautious, so we should be okay. Just going to go ahead and get myself more summoning power. We need to draw the Serpentine Princess. So, unfortunate. We have not drawn another one. Honestly, we'll give it 1 more turn. If not, I mean, we have infinite uses, so I don't know why I'm holding back and being slow about this. I should have just done this from the start. I don't have to have 2 of them, it just makes it go faster. Okay. Well, good thing I have another one. Yeah, do be a little careful of Magic Jammers. Hopefully he doesn't play another one. I doubt he will, but... I don't really mind him. So, I should have just been doing this from the start. Yeah, I haven't played in way too long, so it's my bad. It's been well over a month since I played this game, so yeah. And now we get to see the true greatness of the enemy AI, because they don't have object permanence. Darkness Approaches is really good because the AI is just bad. And Darkness Approaches is OP, so... This is just such a nasty... Yeah, I should have just buffed my stuff quicker, and this could have been over. That attack could have been lethal, or I could have done this a couple turns ago. We're already at the point where we're at like 8,000 points for these creatures. Absolutely disgusting. And they just go ahead and attack right in and take 4,000 return damage. Rocks are okay for us to get, but we don't really need them since we're not really playing dinosaurs anymore. Some of the good rocks would be... it wouldn't be bad for me to grab them from him, but I don't really need them. Especially since I don't really care to be making Megazowler Brachioridus too often. Especially not Brachioridus. Okay, so Jasper is a bit more of an issue for us. Although, if we just bait out one of his things, we can hit over one of his things with like 9,000 attack, and it should be okay. So I probably just go for that. Otherwise... traps are pretty good against him. Well, we have drawn pretty well. So we need Serpentine Princess, and so we basically need to summon 2 more things, and we'll be in a really good spot. Oh hey, Serpentine Princess. Oh, Trachodon's not bad either. Bro, slower your roll over there. I don't want to attack you yet. Rude. But that's a lot of damage for him to deal with. It's like a near game-ending amount of damage for him. I'll go ahead and just get rid of this labyrinth terrain. Maybe he'll attack that, who knows. Oh, I just order lulled. Oh well. Sometimes the opponent not having object permanence is kind of a bad thing, but at the same time, like, he's not in a good spot. Do this first. Okay, buddy. Yeah, pass. I think this is over. Oh. Well, we're both gonna lose a bunch of cards. Opponent's dead. Well, that's 6,000 damage. This seems good. Seems good. Goodbye, opponent. Ugh. Again, more good rocks if you want them. Ancient Jar is good. Morphine Jar is funny. So, yeah. There's just a couple of good cards that Grandpa plays that if you wanted for a deck like this, you could take them. Okay. Exceeded deck level. Sag. Now, unfortunately, we're going to be in an abysmal place to actually deal with that. Since our deck is just composed of mostly just expensive, like moderately expensive stuff, it actually takes a whole lot to actually get down to a deck cost that we actually need to be at here. But it's not too bad to get down just this far. Now, we don't have most of our, like, actual top end that we want to buff, so we'll just be buffing some of the weaker cards. Just, oh, we're at 824. Oh boy. I have a dolphin that I can put in. Dolphin is definitely cheaper than... this block attack. Dolphin's useless, so might as well put it in. It's at least easy to go find and take out. But yeah, it's really... Reptiles really have some deck cost issues. Since, like, there's not really... They don't have fusions, so, like, you can't just, you know, make a fusion that's actually cheap. Using cheap stuff. a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We still have their Serpentine Princesses. We'll just start with a Beak Snake this game. I'm probably gonna also play the Krokodilus. Oh, I could have fused Mega Zowler, and Mega Zowler probably just kind of solos this man, so... That's something you can definitely consider making in this matchup if you wanted to. Our Menace. A two-mouth Dark Ruler is pretty good too. He attacked outside of his leader range, so I copied his stats in his leader range. Pretty nice. Okay, so I don't need this Beak Snake anymore. We've gotten plenty of summoning power now. We have 4 monsters on the field, so, like, at most we're summoning 1 more. Like, it doesn't matter if we have summoning power any longer. So, that's all good. Oh, and we drew the... Okay. All of this is just good. We need, like, 2 turns to set up here, and then, like, Bakura over here is going to have a bad day. He's already having a bad day, it's just, it's about to get a lot worse. So we'll go ahead and bring back this Tibet's Blessing. Flip this. Okay. Good luck, Bakura. You're gonna need it, bud. And him not having object permanence is actually going to be a real big problem for him here. Okay, we are slowly encroaching on his territory. Dankness first. At this point, this two-mouth Dark Ruler is actually just a liability, but at this point, I don't really mind, so... I want this Darkness Approaches behind me, so I'm doing this. Okay, so I'll equip this. This is 8,000 attack. This is more than enough, so goodbye. Anyone want to complain that that wasn't fair to my man Bakura over here? Because I'd understand. We went nothing in here, so... I mean, we got some good stuff. Dark Plant and Maneater are both good. Both very good cards. Okay. Go ahead and reincarnate. We're gonna try to get another Darkness Approaches. Let's see. But first, let's go ahead and remove these fake traps and the dolphin, the bear trap, change slime. We're not even gonna put in very expensive stuff. We just want to put our stuff back together. 3 Emperor of Land and Sea, and 3 Armored Lizard. And then we'll go ahead and reincarnate Fortress Barrel Dragon, probably. Again, save state. Definitely save state for reincarnations, especially in this mod. It's just so convenient. You can technically do the same thing without it. You just use the save, and then you have to exit to title after every single one of these. It's super slow, but it works. It gets the job done. We don't need weather control, so we'll put the Darkness Approaches in over top of it. And, I mean, now we're kind of set up to go deal with Yugi, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey. Oh, this will be next time. Nah. We can go through Yugi quickly, right? This could be a very long video. Hehe. Y'all won't mind, right? We have a nice long video. I am going to use Krokodile, so Infinite Dismissal is infinitely worse. Hopefully he doesn't change apart that and just bonk me. Oh, 2 equips on probably a Dark Elf. Pretty fine with me. We'll use Beak Snake again, just to increase our summoning power quickly. I wouldn't mind using Emperor of Land and Sea this time as our beat stick, since... since I do have, since I have Krokodile out, I don't have to deal with the mirror forces. Nice. Good job. Ten out of 10, Yugi. Great job. I'm just gonna make a little bit of wasteland for myself here. It doesn't really matter what field I make. Oh, he made a Dark Magician first turn. Okay. His deck doesn't actually deal very well with Armored Lizard, so... And I don't have to deal with the Change of Heart anymore, so... And I don't have to deal with Mirror Forces thanks to Krokodile. So, like, we're in a great spot. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the Darkness Approaches, since I'll be needing that shortly. Armored Lizard's effect is going to obliterate this Dark Magician. Okay, finally time to summon this Emperor of Land and Sea. He has some stuff that can get over this Armored Lizard still. Cosmo Queen is technically a 3400, so... But the Sebek's Blessing is going to make him have a very bad time. 4100, while it's in my leader range. Yeah, sure, that Cosmo Queen's at 3900 because of an equip, but the equip's gone now. So, yeah. Maybe we'll draw a Serpentine Princess here at some point, and then that's the death knell in this game. We will draw it, and there we did. We finally drew it. Now, make sure you flip your Crocodilus back over. I'm going to flip my Beak Snake back over too, even though Beak Snake is no longer going to exist after next turn because it's going to be a Weffa. But Mr. Yugi is not going to do very well. When he doesn't have access to his best card, which is Mirror Force. So, he's not going to have a great time here. And his lack of object permanence is really going to cost him a lot. He's just going to run into my creatures until he loses. Here, we'll go like this. To be here. Just flip this over, grab back Darkness Approaches, and watch our opponent squirm. As this duel is over. That's his change of heart. Shame he's dead, so he can't even use it. Dark Magician of Chaos's effect is pretty good. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Here, if I were actually carrying, I would always go for a Dark Energy triple. I personally really like Dark Hole in this game. It's an incredible card, and since it's just available off of a 3 in a row of Dark Energy, it's just so worth it. I don't really need it, so I'm not gonna like save state for it, especially not with this deck. This deck is way too setup focused for Dark Hole to be great. Dark Hole is incredibly broken in really aggressive strategies. Like a twin-headed strategy that can pull out a 4K beater from hand, like, bruh. You Dark Hole the field when you're kind of close with your leader, you move closer and then, like, drop a 4,000 attack creature and just dome your opponent per game? Oh, man. Brutal. Okay, well, yeah. We kind of just dismantled UV. We're gonna kind of dismantle people because of Crocodile's effect. It's gonna be pretty nice. Not having to deal with traps is really very convenient. So that's gonna be that. Definitely went a little bit long today, but that's okay. So that's gonna do it today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a comment, and have a nice day.